Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to Corey's Nail Diary. We talk about books, nails, and everything in between. Today is officially Bookmas Day 11. I cannot believe that we've made it past double digits. I mean, past, one day past double digits, but I will take it, okay?
This might be the most, consistent of a challenge I've ever done in my entire life. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. As you guys know, I am your friend on the internet who loves a good romance read. Give me the enemies to lovers, give me the grumpy sunshine, give me the one bed combo, give me literally everything. I don't even care. It can be dark romance, I guess. I haven't really ventured out, but I will. For today's video, I thought it'd be super fun to go through the 5. Listen, there's technically 5 in this list, but there's technically 10. You'll see what I say. We're gonna go through the 5 non-romance books that I read this year. I will say, here's my caveat here. There are 5 technical books on this list, but one of them is a series and there's 5 additional, so it's technically 10. Just saying, it's technically 10. I did a great job patting myself on the back. Who only reads romance? Not me. You will see very quickly that all of these have a tinge of romance in them, no matter what they are. So I am so sorry. Well, the first one I am going to mention is going to be the one that technically is cheating, but I don't even care. It's ACOTAR. I read the ACOTAR series this year, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I read every single one of these books. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses. I read A Court of Mist and Fury. I read ACO War, Wings and Ruin. I read Frost and Starlight. I read Silver Flames. Every single one of them, read them, ate them up, loved them. And I'm not sure when the last time I've read a book that was over 500 pages was before this. It might have been when I was a child reading Harry Potter. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't remember the last time that happened. If you do not know about A Court of Thorns and Roses, it is by an author named Sarah J. Maas. She's like a behemoth in the fantasy romantasy genre at this point. This book is about a girl. There are 2 ways to say her name. Feyre or Fieri. I prefer Fieri because it's more fun to say for me. I'm going to call her Fieri this entire time. So, Fieri is out in the woods and she accidentally shoots a wolf and she's like, oh my god, what did I just do? And then this dude who's so handsome and is bright blonde comes and saves her and he's like, hey, so you killed one of my friends. And she's like, what? I thought it was a wolf. It was not a wolf. So he then was like, well, I have to hold you captive now, but you're lucky because I don't believe in killing people. So she just willingly goes with him to the spring court and lives with him. Yeah. She goes and lives with him, and then some really, really bad stuff happens, and then she ends up in the middle of everything and then has to prove her love for him. And it's just very interesting. And then there's this whole other character who is like a bat dude who comes in and it's just like, oh, I've been looking for you. And I'm saying this all very generically because people who have read this book will understand what everything I'm saying is. But for people who haven't read it, I promise I'm not just word vomiting at you. These things all mean things that you don't know yet. So that's book 1. Book 2, I can't say anything about. It's another story about Fieri, basically, and her love and her love life, and I'm not giving any spoilers away. Book 3 is about Fieri and her love life and war, and I can't tell you who the war is between because you don't know. And book 4, or some would say 3.5, is a novella, and it's basically like the Christmas special, so that's cute. And then book 5 is about her sister. So yeah, those were that's number 1. Imagine I ended the video there and I was like, that's it. That's all I read this year. Number 2 is my magic realism pick of the year. I read this in October. It's called The Second Chance Cinema. I've talked about this book a few times on my channel, so I'm not going to keep it pretty short here. But basically, this book is about a couple. They stumble upon a theater that says The Story of You on it, and they find out that they can only come to this theater 10 times and they have to come together. And it's really weird. They basically get in the theater and they look on the screen and they're like, it's like that moment from Euphoria where they're like, oh my god, is this show about us? Basically that all over again. And a big thing with their relationship is that it's very miscommunication tropes. Like, this theater is supposed to be showing them a different side of themselves that they might not have shown to the other person. And I will say this book was so interesting to me because they're engaged in the beginning of this book. They're supposed to be getting married at the end. And there were times where I was just like, they're not getting married. Like, there's no way that they were getting married after this. Book 3 is one that I think I'm going to have the hardest time explaining. And I'm so sorry in advance. Book 3 is Immortal Consequences. It is about 6 children who, see, this is the thing. This is not a romance book, but that's why I can't explain it. It is about 6 teens, I think they're teens, who have died, and they end up in this place that's not quite heaven and not quite hell, but they're in a boarding school, right? So early on in the beginning of the books, you get to know who the different duos of the group are. So it's like every chapter is told from a different point of view, but usually the 2 people are always together. So it's like not hard to understand. But basically every year there's like a competition to find out who will be like the highest tier person in the land. And that person gets to live forever and also not have to go to the academy anymore. And it was a really, really interesting read. There's like tinges of romance in there, as I'm sure you can imagine. But the actual competition itself and like the magic and the fantasy aspect of it and the fact that they were all ghosts was just all so interesting to me. It was truly unlike any book I've ever read before. Number 4, I did not like this book. I'm beginning with that because I don't have this book on my shelf anymore because I personally didn't like it. It is called Seduction Theory. This book was absolutely pointless to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't understand it. I don't know what I read. I'm still confused. To this day, I don't even know what genre this is considered. I think it might be just literary fiction in general. This is about 2 professors who are married to each other and they both have different sexual desires and they literally both go off and cheat on each other. And it felt like there was no resolution at the end and I just don't know. I don't understand. Also, this book was only like 250 pages and I'm like, give me 300 and give me an ending. Like, I'm confused. So yeah, and like there was a twist at the end. You'll understand if you've read it. But for me, it wasn't very fulfilling and I was a little upset about that. But that was not a romance pick, believe it or not. It was more literary fiction than romance. And the last book on this list, I feel like I am like 5 years too late too. I feel like everybody has already read this book, but The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you haven't read it, it's about, think of like a Marilyn Monroe-esque figure, and she's retelling her whole life story to a journalist, and it's going through every single 7 husbands that she married when she was in Hollywood, which it was really cool. Each chapter is a different husband, which I really enjoyed. And there was never a boring part of this book, I'll be honest with you. I read this book after Emily Henry's new release. I don't remember the name of this book. I'm gonna put it here. But I read it after this book, and to be honest with you, I really liked The 7 Husbands so much more. It is considered historical fiction, which I like teeter into historical fiction like once a year, and it's always Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, and they're always just so good. She like genuinely owns this genre for me. So I suggest anything by her, but The 7 Husbands, truly, there was never a boring part in it. And it's raunchy, it's Hollywood, it's sexy, it's literally everything you could ever want. So I really enjoyed that, and I hope you do too. All right, and that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Bookmas Day 11. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 12.